In 2012, the world saw the launch of Tudor's most successful collection, the Heritage Black Base. Looking back, this release would unequivocally mark the rebirth of the brand's popularity. In the same year, the Swiss brand also released a 42mm dive watch, the Tudor Pelagos. And while it did receive critical acclaim, it never quite achieved the same level of media buzz as the Black Base, a watch that continues to tug at the heartstrings of collectors iteration after iteration. Perhaps it was the success of the 58's more wearable case size, or even the success Tudor saw by taking a page out of the Ranger's playbook by sizing down the Heritage version to 39mm, that prompted them to revisit the Pelagos near 10 years later. Either way, just last year in 2022, Tudor debuted the Pelagos 39, and it's absolutely stunning. Let's take a closer look. We'll come right out and say that this is an absolutely fantastic watch, and we're big fans, but we'll do our due diligence to ensure we fully explain why this is the case before our review concludes. Right from the start, you can tell that the remodeled 39mm is geared toward everyday wear. It did away with the dedicated helium release valve found on the 42, tightened the proportions, and simplified the dial. In many ways, it's a lot like what we've seen recently with the approach of the Black Bay 54. Simplified, reduced, and in many ways modernized. Obviously, the first major development is the case size and the proportions. As the name states, the Pelagos is now 39mm, not considering the crown, which is a pretty substantial 3mm decrease over its older sibling. It's not only smaller, but thinner as well, with a thinner bracelet taper, which should appeal to more folks with smaller wrist dimensions. And speaking of the bracelet, the 42mm Pelagos used what folks can now say was a spring-assisted prototype with a T-fit adjustment system that's built into the 39. For anyone that's used this system for making micro-adjustments on the fly, it's a welcome addition. Tudor's also made a handful of changes to the dial and the bezel, which we'll get into here in just a moment. Let's take a closer look at the case in particular. In 2012, Tudor definitely surprised the world by releasing a dive watch with a full Grade 2 titanium build, minus a screw-down caseback, without first having come out with a stainless steel option. Titanium's a really excellent material for a diver, as it has a higher corrosion resistance than stainless steel. It might get nicked up some more, but that beats your watch slowly rusting over time if you plan on exposing it to regular use in salt water. We've seen a wave of titanium divers in the past decade, from the Rolex Deep Sea Challenge to the Zin T1 to the ultra-affordable Baltic Aquascape Titanium. The list goes on. So the full titanium Pelagos 39 is in very good company. Although this is still a very adept diver with 200 meters of water resistance, which will be more than enough for anyone, Tudor's attitude toward the 39 was different, less utilitarian. And by less utilitarian, we just mean a normal amount of utility for a diver. The 42 packed in 500 meters or 1,640 feet of water resistance with a dedicated helium release valve, so they definitely originally envisioned a watch that could rival something from dive watch heavyweight Doxa, but then reined it in. Tudor's made a change to the 39's unidirectional timing bezel with larger teeth, which seems to help with grip, and the appearance of the insert is glossier with a subtle sunray texture that adds in more modern character than the 42's all-matte variant. It injects just the right amount of personality, which makes it great for an everyday wear piece. It's also thin, not quite skin diver thin, but 11.9mm thin, and with the 47mm lug-to-lug, it feels like it hugs the wrist. Our wearer has a wrist size just under 8 inches for context. The embossed screw-down crown tucked between the crown guards also shares the same teeth as the bezel, and is quite a bit smaller than the previous version, and doesn't quite jut out as much from the case. Its dial is very recognizable, but again, simplified. No more bright white date window at the 3 o'clock, no more thick chapter ring that encroaches on the indices, and we now have 4 lines of text over the 42's 5 lines above the 6. We were absolutely thrilled to see that the Pelagos 39 shares some of the same DNA as the Rolex Submariner 1680s produced for about 8 years starting in the late 60s. They sell for a pretty penny now, but the red Submariner dial text in the same fashion as the Pelagos 39's is really dynamic. Though that's pretty much all it does share with the 1680. It was the first Submariner with a date window, which the Pelagos 39 did away with, and it was a touch larger at 40mm, but the red text is a definite nod to Tudor's lasting relationship with its sister brand. The Pelagos 39 uses a beautiful bright blue lume, more specifically a monoblock luminescent ceramic composite for the chunky indices, the snowflake hands, and the bezel markers. However, the hands seem to be a touch more dull than the markers in the bezel. This may just be a timing issue. With enough light for long enough, it may even out. But quick repeated tests did produce 2 different luminosities, which for $4,600 is a bit disappointing. Again, it's a very slight difference. So slight in fact that it was difficult to pick up on camera, so a very minor critique here. Although the exterior is a definite deviation away from the heritage styling of the vintage-inspired Black Bays, the MT5400 powers both the Black Bay 58 and the new Pelagos 39, and it's a powerhouse. The No Date 3-hander is a COSC chronometer certified self-winding mechanical movement made completely in-house by Tudor. It operates at a beat rate of 28,800 bph or 4 Hz, efficiently ticks with the aid of 27 joules, and reserves enough power for 3 full days of use between charges, or about 70 hours. It uses a variable inertia balance with a silicone balance spring, so its durability and magnetic resistance is also quite high, making it great for everyday wear in virtually every situation. And although you can't see it through the screw-down case back, the movement is a stunner. We're happy to report that for the MSRP, Tudor supplies not one but 2 strap options. The default 21mm titanium bracelet that shares the same finishing as the main case, and a 21mm rubber diver strap for use off-land, and both taper to about 16mm near the clasp. 2012 Pelagos introduced us to a very interesting spring-assisted quick adjustment clasp that worked pretty well and even self-adjusted, which was certainly great for diving. Unless you'll be diving in warm tropical waters or with a thick wetsuit, you can expect your body temperature to drop and your blood vessels to contract once you meet the cold water, and in turn your wrist size will decrease a bit, so having that quick adjustment system made complete sense. Now with the Pelagos 39, we can see that the system was a trial run for Tudor's popular T-Fit adjustment clasp. While it doesn't auto-adjust, you can make changes on the fly by pressing down and pushing and pulling to the desired position. Bringing this to a close, we personally love the Pelagos 39. It straddles a line between a sports watch and a dedicated diver with its smaller size and updated finishes, packs in an insane manufactured caliber, and delivers a fresh take with a sturdy full titanium build. So who's it for? If you're looking for a Tudor diver, we'd suggest ending your search here. However, if you're assessing your options to see which titanium diver around 5K or less is right for you, there are a few others we'd suggest at least taking a peek at before pulling the trigger at the Pelagos. The Tag Heuer Aqua Racer Professional Titanium is one of Tag's cornerstone references, and you really can't go wrong here. Zodiac has a few very interesting full titanium statement pieces with very singular bezel inserts in a number of bright colorways, the Zin T1, the Breitling Super Ocean Titanium, the list goes on. But at the end of the day, the Pelagos 39 is the perfect modern diver with vintage Rolex cues backed up by modern Tudor mechanics. You really can't go wrong.